العلم أشراف مطلوب وطالبه لله أكرام من يمشي على قدم. العلم نور مبين يستضيء به أهل السعادات والجهال في الظلم.
No, there's other ways of doing it. Tasheeh, the reason why we're not studying, because it's not a daruri, it's not a necessity. You can easily work it out what they get. I'm talking about when you're dealing with numbers, you just need full numbers. طيب, any questions on the furu', the question, the qaida? No. طيب, the third qaida, Abdullah? Al-hawashi Al-hawashi, what were hawashi? Who comes on the hawashi? Am, akhawat, ikhwa, excellent. Abna' al-am, abna' al-am, huh? Abna' al-akhawat, no. Abna' al-akhawat, no. The children of your sisters, no. Abna' al-ikhwa li-ab, طيب. Khalas. These are your hawashi. They're the people that come from your sides. They're like your wings. Okay, they come at you from the sides. So we said the hawashi, these wings, ikhwa, akhawat, his and so on. Yahjubuhum, they are blocked by the usul and the furu'. They are blocked by the usul and the furu'. You know this already. Ibn and am. What does the am get here? Nothing. Why? He's blocked by the ibn. Khalas. Ab, akh shaqiq. Who inherits here? Ab. Who doesn't? Khalas, he's blocked. Why is he blocked though? Akh shaqiq. He's a hashi from the hawashi and he is blocked by an asal. The am is from the hawashi. He's from the wings. He's blocked by a fara'. Is that understood? We're going to come back to this qaida as we go along. Any questions that may arise will be answered, because someone can say, طيب, the bint and the am. What does the bint get here? What does the am get here? Nisf and baqi. You can say to me, yeah, but this doesn't apply to your qaida, because you've got a hashi here from the hawashi and you've got a fara', but that fara' hasn't blocked him. Sah? So that's where the dhukur business comes into it. Like, we're going to see that in one of the later qawaid. Like, for now, you need to understand that your hawashi, your cousins, your uncles, your brothers, they're all blocked by your children or your fathers and so on. طيب. Usually the males. Any questions on this qaida? There will be questions, like inshallah you will see as we move along. Then the fourth qaida, kullu warithin min al-usuli yahjubu man fawqahu idha kana min jinsihi. That was just an example. This qaida, kullu warithin, every person who inherits, min al-usuli, from the usul, your father, your grandfather, your mother, your grandmother, yahjubu, he blocks. So every inheritor from the usul, yahjubu, he blocks, man fawqahu, whoever is above him. So your asal, your father, for example, will block whoever is above him. Who is above him? Your grandfather. إِذَا كَانَ مِنْ جِنْسِهِ, if he is from his gender. If he is from the same gender. So every warith, number one, يَحْجُبُ مَنْ فَوْقَهُ, number two, إِذَا كَانَ مِنْ جِنْسِهِ, number three. Every asal of yours blocks the person above him, the asl above him, if they are from the same gender. If what? They are from the same gender. مثلا, the and jadda. Let's apply this qaida. كل وارث من الأصول. Your usul, she's a usul, your mum, صح? And I should have done it the other way around actually. Jadda and طيب. So your she's a warith, she's a person that inherits, but she's also from your usul, صح? يحجب blocks من فوقه. They block whoever is above them. Whoever is above them. You've got level 1, that's your parents. Level 2, grandparents. Level 3, great grandparents. Is that understood? Right. So every warith from the usul يحجب blocks whoever is above him in level إذا كان من جنسه, لكن only إذا كان من جنسه, if he's from his gender. So here we have a mother. The mother is on what level? Level 1. The grandmother is on what level? Level 2. So here we have the mother blocking the jadda. Apply the qaida. كل وارث, yes, she is a warith. يحجب blocks من فوقه, the one that is above him, إذا كان من جنسه. Your mother and your grandmother, are they not from the same gender? Both what? Female. They block one another because they are from the same gender. مثلا your mother's mother, or your mother's mother. Right. How many levels? What level is this person on? Level 2, excellent. This person's on level 3. So she, who's an asl, who's your grandmother from your mother's side, blocks who? This great grandmother. Your grandmother blocks your great grandmother. Why? She's closer to you. Apply the qaida. Just apply the qaida. طيب. Another example. Your ab and your jad. What level is your ab on? 1. Your jad, grandfather's on level 2. So here apply the qaida. كل وارث من الأصول. This is a warith and he's from the usul. Your usul. يحجب من فوقه. He blocks whoever is above him. لكن only when إذا كان من جنسه, if he's from his gender. Your father and your grandfather, are they not from the same gender? The word gender has come a bit of a taboo nowadays. Like is your father and are they not from the same gender? خلاص. So your father blocks who? Your grandfather. Why? Same gender and they're on the same bloodline. Therefore, one of them blocks the other. طيب. Next qaida. No, it doesn't have to be from the same side. It could be from your. That's about with regards to the grandmothers. That is, with regards to the grandmothers, because the grandfathers that can inherit can only be from your father's side. The grandfathers that inherit can only be from your grandfather's side. طيب, the next قاعدة. كل ذكر وارث من الفروع يحجب من تحته سواء كان من جنسه أم لا. Pay attention here. These can be called dawabid and not qawa'id. And we'll study that somewhere along the line, the difference between qawa'id and dawabid. طيب كل ذكر, every male descendant, from the furu', every son of yours from your furu', your son or the son of your son, every male descendant, يحجب, he blocks, من تحته, whoever is below him. Whoever is beneath him, he blocks them. Regardless whether he's from their gender or not. أم لا. طيب whether he's سواء كان من جنسه أم لا. Whether he's from his gender or not. So your son or your son's son, all of your male descendant inheritors is they block whoever is below them. Pay attention. Whoever is what? Beneath them. Yes. مثلا, for example, a person dies and he leaves behind the ibn and an ibn. Who inherits here? The ibn. Who does he block? Ibn. Why? What qaida? Naam, because he is number one, a male inheritor, a male descendant, and he blocks whoever is beneath him. Because he's on level what? Level 1, and he's on level 2, so he's blocked. طيب. What about ibn and a bint ibn? Who inherits here? The ibn. Who doesn't inherit? Why? Because this, although she's a bint, like she's blocked because of this individual, because he's a male descendant who's higher than her. طيب. Who inherits here and who doesn't inherit here? This person inherits. And he's blocked. Why? Because هذا فرع وارث ذكر حجب من تحته. He's a inheritor. He's a descendant who inherits, who's a male. So he automatically blocks whoever is beneath him. صح؟ طيب. ibn bint ibn. Who inherits here? He inherits. Why? No, because he's below him. Okay. Who inherits here? Excellent. Ibn. Who does he block? Bint ibn. صح؟ Same name. You're the one that said it. No. Here they share. Why?
Because they're brothers and
sisters. They're brother and sister. But they could also be cousins. But the most important thing is they are on the same level. طيب. Who inherits here? And who blocks who? Huh? Bint, she inherits and? All of them. All of them inherit. You're right. What do these two get? Excellent. Baqi. And she gets where? طيب. Excellent. So the qaida doesn't apply here. Why not? Because the bint isn't a male descendant. She's not. طيب. Okay. Okay. Who inherits here? What do they inherit? You've got two daughters and a son. They both inherit. Excellent. Like, what do these two get?
2/3.
2/3. Excellent. And what does this individual get?
No, it has to be one more.
Oh yeah, it has to be one.
She gets nothing. She gets nothing, huh? No, she gets nothing. Why?
Because there's more than one.
One daughter. Because women can only inherit
Maximum.
maximum 2/3. What now?
She does because of the Ibn Mubarak.
These two get what? 2/3.
They share the rest.
What's he called?
Ibn Mubarak.
Ibn Mubarak. Why is he called the blessed son?
Because if it wasn't for him, she wouldn't.
He done his sister a favor and he said, I'll give you a bit of.
So how many Mubarak?
Can't. The bint ibn, no, she can't. The bint ibn, the reason why she can't take, because for women, for bint banat, the maximum they can take is 2/3. So you might be wondering what happens to the rest of the man. Because if we give 2/3, there's going to be one sahm left. It gets given back to them. So in reality, they split into two. Ismail, you said something.
I'm saying Mubarak, is it the Akh, the Ibn?
The Akh and the Ibn. Only.
Is there Amma?
Am Mubarak? No. Why is there not an Am Mubarak? Because his sister doesn't inherit. Have we ever come across Amma? Other than Dawla al-Ham. And if the Amma was there, he doesn't bring his sister into it. Khalas, he tells her, I'm taking on my own. Like the sixth قاعدة الأنثى من الفروع لا تحجب. الأنثى من الفروع لا تحجب
إلا من تحتها من الإناث
إلا من تحتها من الإناث
إذا استغرقن الثلثين.
نعم. The next قاعدة الأنثى من الفروع, the female descendant لا تحجب, she doesn't block إلا من تحتها, except for the one that is beneath her من الإناث, from the daughters. إذا استغرقنا الثلثين, if the 2/3 have been taken out of the equation. Exactly the method that we were studying now. We've got a bint here, and we've got bint ibn. Okay? Does she block her? Does this top daughter, the bint, does she block bint ibn?
No.
No. She doesn't block her higman. She doesn't deprive her from inheritance. She gets the lesser of what she would normally get. Okay. But that's not blocking. Okay, that's not blocking. So here she gets nisf as normal. She gets the sudus. Okay? So this doesn't apply to our qa'idah. Is understood? Because this, the person who's on level 2 still inherits, right? Like, but if we've got 2 bintan and a bint ibn, this is when our qa'idah comes in. Here, we've got banat. So al-untha, the female min al-furu' descendant, la tahjubu, she doesn't block illa man tahtaha, except for the people below her. From there we take that the bint doesn't block the am. The daughter doesn't block the akh shaqiq, the brother of the deceased. Nor does she block the ukh shaqiq, nor does she block, basically she doesn't block the hawashi. Al-untha, she doesn't do hajj of the hawashi. And that's because, remember, we said that women are generous, they share, whereas that's not the case with men. Like in inheritance. So here we've got banat. The last part of the qa'idah is illa idha istaqraqna al-furu'. So the only way that a female descendant can block whoever is beneath her is if 2/3 have already been taken up. So here we have the example. What do these two banats get? Thuluthan, they get 2/3. And the maximum that daughters can get is what? 2/3. So here we give this bint ibn what? Nothing. She doesn't get anything. So the hajj of the daughter is slightly less grievous than the hajj of the son. The son takes everything in his way. Right. Any questions on this principle? Yeah.
Then the previous example, when we had son of son together with daughter of son, then he was because the daughter of son
Was there. So you're saying, why doesn't the qaida apply there?
no, say if you actually
Here,
yeah.
if we add who? Ibn?
Yeah, even
Ibn?
yeah.
Yes, she inherits here.
Wow.
Why? Because he's a asaba. He's a male relative, the closest male relative of the deceased. Okay, that's why he's the Ibn. But because he's asaba, anyone on his level, the women on his level, the daughters or his cousins on his level, he drags them into the equation. Because he's an asaba. That is an exemption. That just happens to be an exemption.
So they share that.
They share the baqi because they're on the same level. So if we're looking at levels, this is how it would be. We've got a bint, or we've got two of them actually here, okay? And then we've gone down a level, so this was level 2, level 1, sorry. Then we've gone down a level and we've got, on this level, ibn, and a bint ibn. So this is level 2. So this is out of the norm, this is an exemption, or exception. So this bint wouldn't normally inherit, but because of her brother, he says, let's just take whatever is left. Let's not let these banat deprive us, our aunties, let's not let them deprive us, and we take whatever is remaining. That's why it's called al-akh al-mubarak, the blessed brother, because it is an exception from the qaida.
Was the للذكر مثل حظ الأنثيين applied there as well?
It does apply there. The للذكر مثل حظ الأنثيين applies everywhere that you see a male and a female on the same level, especially brothers and sisters.
That's the first question. When you think of having a they have to be the same amount. So you have to have two sisters, so you have to have 2 brothers and 2 sisters, okay? Yeah, 2 being 10, 5 being 10, and an 8, would that still apply?
If you have a, say that again?
So
If you have 2 bintan,
so if you have a bintan, essentially you just do bintan.
if you have bintan,
And an 8, does that quite still apply, or is it that they have to be the same amount equal? So that's
what? If there are 2 daughters and a son,
yeah.
لا للذكر مثل حظ الأنثيين. He gets double what they get.
Right, I get that. What I'm saying is, does there have to be a bint and an ibn for that qaida to apply? Because do you now say, okay, cool, we give her to the dad, or we give him that? Because they're not equal amount.
No. All this means is what? We're going to split the mal into 4. He gets 2, ibn. Bint.
So that would be because if you had, so you had 4 daughters and 1 son, same thing would
Huh?
apply. So you had 4 daughters and 1 son, same thing would apply.
Same. 40 daughters and 1 son. He always gets double. But it doesn't mean that he gets double what they would get. Like for example, there's 2 daughters here. It doesn't mean, he just counts as 2 heads, that's all it is. He counts as 2 heads. So, for example, if you've got, مثلا, 5 sons, ibn, and 5 banat, you're working with what number? 15. Because each brother equals what? 2. طيب.
بنت الابن she has عدد المعصب. So that عدد المعصب is نقصان not حرمان because she will take the back with her.
The عدم النقصان is نقصان. Not حرمان.
So
المعصب.
he wouldn't totally block her. He would take her with his back.
He's not even blocked it, he's taken her to inherit with him.
Because you have Adam al-Masib in her nisf and also in her sudus.
Yeah. That's when the person for her to get a sudus or for her to get half. Here we haven't given her half. Have we given her half? Have we given her sudus? No, we gave her the baqi.
With the brother. With the Masib.
With her brother, we give her the baqi. A brother with a sister gets baqi. A son with a daughter gets baqi. Yeah, but I'll see you the camera. Like, that's it. Like, next qaida. نعم. الأنثى من الفروع لا تحجب. Oh, sorry. It's actually on the notes. Yeah, it's on the notes. Okay. The seventh qaida, I think it's the last one.
No, there's one more.
Okay, seventh qaida.
كل ذكر من الأصول والفروع.
كل ذكر من الأصول والفروع
يحجب الحواشي والذكور.
يحجب الحواشي
والذكور.
الذكور منهم والإناث.
نعم، الذكور منهم والإناث.
والإناث منصوب.
Okay. This next qaida means كل ذكر من الأصول. Every male from the usul, who comes under that? Jad or Jad or Ab or Jad, so on. So your father or your grandfather, or your sons, كل ذكر, or your sons, or the son of a son, يحجب, they block off al-hawashi, those hawashi, your wings, the people that come at you from your sides, al-dhukur minhum al-inath, whether they're male or female, whether they are male or female. مثلا, you have am and ab. What happens here? Your ab, your father and your am. The am is blocked. Ibn, akh shaqiq. Ibn blocks this akh shaqiq because he's from the hawashi. طيب. Ibn, am. What happens here? He blocks him. So the am is blocked. The am is blocked. Ibn, and the akh shaqiq. Who blocks who? He's blocked, the akh shaqiq. So these three examples, okay, what you can do is write all three. And they are an explanation for this qaida. They are an explanation for this qaida because they block off these male or these male usul or furu'. That's a male asl. That is a male asl. That is a male furu'. They block who? Everyone from the side. Another example. Ibn and your ukht shaqiqa. You leave behind a son and a full sister of yours. Who inherits? Huh? The Ibn inherits and she's blocked. Any questions on that qaida?
You know, for the Ibn, is that a full block?
The what?
Is that a full blocking?
Yeah, full blocking. Higman. Hajb al-Higman. Totally. This is Hajb al-Higman. They get totally blocked. But they're saying, no, they're saying that Ibn is closer than your Am. Inheritance doesn't apply to individual cases. Some people are closer to their brothers and sisters than they are to their children. Some people love their brothers and sisters more than their children. Is that not possible? It's possible. But that's not what is looked at. Right. This last part, any questions?
بيقول لك هو
Say that again.
هو
Yes, the asaba. You can say let's apply the ubuwa and the bunuwa and so on. But it doesn't include that. It is only for the hawashi. Like the father and the son can't block one another in totality. Like the last قاعدة
إذا اجتمع العصبان فأكثر.
لحظة. إذا اجتمع
عصبان فأكثر.
عصبان فأكثر
ومن كانت جهته مقدمة
فمن كانت جهته مقدمة
قدم وإلا شيخ نقصد
لحظة قدم
قدم
لسه مهم
خلاص فمن كان جهته مقدمة إلا درجة والقوة إلا درجة والقوة
إلا درجة الفوق أي الفوق
قدم
إلا الدرجة
قدم
الدرجة وإلا الدرجة
نعم قدم
إلا درجة
إلا الدرجة
والقوة
فيه وإلا
إيه نعم وإلا
الدرجة
وإلا الدرجة
وإلا القوة
وإلا القوة
أي القربة.
They say from the benefits of reading to a teacher and not relying on the book, because in the book there could be a mistake. So here, just because the word was mistake out, that's why I was saying it can't be illa, because it doesn't make sense. قدم إلا doesn't make sense. Like وإلا or else, so it has a meaning. This qaida, however long it is, all it means is, remember when we were talking about the asabat. What are jihat al-asabat, the 5 directions, the asabat? Your bunuwa takes precedence over everyone else. Then ubuwa takes precedence over whatever is below him. Then ukhuwa. Then mamuma, then your uncles. Then the mawla. Like, so مثلا, if we've got in any one mas'ala an ab and an akh, the ab, his jiha is what? Ubuwa. And the akh, his jiha is ukhuwa. Who gets precedence? Ubuwa. Now, or ibn and am. The ibn comes at you from what direction? Bunuwa. And that is the highest level for asaba. So ibn. The who's blocked? The am, because he's coming at you from the direction of Bunuwa. What about if there's ab and an ibn? They both inherit, but the father only gets the sudus and the son gets the baqi. طيب. What about, so that is من كان جهته مقدمة قدم. That's the first part. So whoever his daraja is higher, then he's given the higher portion. قدم. That's level 1. Level 2, وإلا الدرجة. If not, we also look at daraja. This is something else we've studied. Ibn and ibn. Who inherits? Ibn inherits. Why?
Closer to the deceased.
Closer to the deceased, because he's closer to the deceased. طيب. Here we have we have ab and jad. Both at jad. So your jad and your ab, they both come at you from what direction? Ubuwa. So they can't be, we can't do fasl of them, we can't separate them in the first level. We take them to the next level, which is ad-daraja. And the level Who takes precedence? Your ab, because he's closer to you in terms of level than your jad, your grandfather. طيب. Okay. So that is the daraja. We've had two examples of the daraja, the ibn and the ibn. The ibn gets taken out because the ibn is higher than him. We had ab and jad. They both come at you from the ubuwa, your father's direction. But what?
The ab is closer.
But the ab is closer in terms of daraja. The third possibility is what? Hubba, whoever's closer to you. Now that can only come into it with the hawashi. Siblings, yes, the hawashi. مثلا, for example, your akh shaqiq and your akh li'ab. Who's closer to you? Your full brother or your half brother, paternal half brother? No, full brother. So we look at closeness, we give the akh. Right. Who's closer to you? Your am shaqiq, your father's full brother, or your am li'ab? Your father's full brother or your father's half brother from the father's side? Who's closer to you? The akh, the am shaqiq is closer. So that is the meaning of the last qa'idah. Okay? These principles, you already know them. Even the wording you don't have to memorize. These principles, you already know them. So even the wording you don't have to memorize. Okay? If you memorize them, alhamdulillah. If not, it doesn't matter as long as you can apply it. So for example here, when you've got an am and an akh shaqiq, who takes the inheritance? The akh shaqiq. You don't have to have this qaida, you don't have to memorize it. إذا اجتمع عاصبان فأكثر فمن كان جهته مقدمة. You don't have to memorize it. It's good, like you don't have to memorize it. The most important thing is what? That you know who to give it to. So that is these 8 qawa'id that are connected to al-hajb. Okay? So we've now finished the muqarrar, the curriculum that we had, inshallah. There's one mas'ala that I want to go back to, which was last week from Dawul Arham. By the way, anyone that came for the second class sadly is closed. It's postponed today. There's no class. So you're stuck with Fara'id. طيب. Yeah, we get an extra hour. I said that in the muqaddimah. I said that in the muqaddimah. So, inshallah, once we finish this quick mas'ala, if you want a break, I can give you a 5-minute break. If not, we can go straight back in. Huh? No, pray Isha later. We just take advantage of the time. Take advantage of the time. طيب. That mas'ala was khala shaqiqa, khala li'ab, and khala li'um. What do we put here? The relationship. So they connect to you through who? لحظة, I'm coming to the khal. Huh? صح. Your paternal. Right. So here we said this line are the Dhawul Arham. This is in the terminology al-mudli bihim. Al-mudli bihi. The person who connects you to the deceased, or that connects the deceased and the Dhawul Arham. We call it a processing machine, or washing machine, basically. Right. So now, we said for this qa'idah, someone dies, Hind dies, and she leaves behind her khala, her mother's full sister, her mother's sister from the father's side, and her mother's sister from the what? From the mother's side. So we said the qaida that the scholars say they use a tanzil. A tanzil literally means we put the deceased in the position of the person who connects these people. So we're going to go on like as if Hind is the Her mum, the one that connects Hind. Who connects Hind and these? Her mum. We're going to go on like it's the mother that's passed away. So we're going to say their relationship to the What is their relationship to the Ukht shaqiqa. What is her relationship to the Ukht li'ab. What is her relationship? Okay. Now when we're doing the inheritance, what we do is we deal with this masala. Khalas. We've passed this now, and we've used the mother for whatever we wanted from her. We used the processing machine. Khalas. This is what we're working with now. We just split it as it is now. The ukht shaqiqa, what does she get? Nisf. Ukht li'ab, sudus. Sudus. Asl mas'ala, 6, 3, 1, 1. What do we do? What is that called? My God. Allah, ulama, mashallah. You make me proud, mashallah. May Allah preserve all of you. 4. That 5. Sah? Khalas. Someone said last week, one of the students, what about if we put who? If we put a khal there. A khal. Huh? What? Say that again? 6. Yeah. No, that's not what we've done. Because the reason why we don't do that is do they get the same inheritance? Not all of them. They don't get the same inheritance. So, if we say that one that is left, we're going to distribute it amongst them. That means we've literally given them that extra as the same. Yani we've given them whatever was left, but we've distributed it equally. They're all sahib fard. Yeah. So the easiest way, and the way of God, is khalas, you say instead of splitting the mal, the wealth, into 6 portions, khalas, we're going to split it into 5. We're going to give 3 to the ukht shaqiqa, the 1, and so on. Right. So someone said last week, what about if we have a khal shaqiq here? But before going into this, we studied some ahkam that are specific to these people. Dhawul arham. What were those ahkam? Who remembers what they were? They inherit the same amount. So you know, for everyone, up to now we've been studying لِلذَّكَرِ مثل حظ الأنثيين, for the أصحاب الفروض and the عصبات. لِلذَّكَرِ مثل حظ الأنثيين. That qa'idah doesn't apply with these people over here, the Dhawul arham. Because they're related to you through the womb, they say. From the rahim, mujarrad rahim. It is not just qaraba. طيب. So that was one qa'idah. What else? There has to be no ashabul furud. There can't be any ashabul furud or asabat. There can't be literally no one from ashabul furud or asabat. Also, from their inheritance, is that they don't take the zawj or the zawja to the lower portion. Like, so here we have khal, shaqiq. How do we need them? So we need these people again. We have a khal shaqiq, your uncle who's the same mother and father as your father, as your mother, a full sibling of your mother. We have an auntie who is your mother's sister from the father's side, and so on. So when we're putting it here, when we change it over, we're finished with this. We're finished with this. What do we do though when we're processing it? What is the relationship between the and this khal? Shaqiq. Excellent. Shaqiq. You with me so far? Shaqiq. And then we said, someone said, or one of the students said, yeah, but you said that the male and the female, they get exactly the same. We don't say لِلذَّكَرِ مِثْلُ حَظِّ الْأُنْثَيَيْنِ, right? Okay. Split this inheritance, this masala. Who can split it? أخت. Okay, أخت لأب gets sudus. What else? Oh, أخت لأم. Okay. لأم, she gets a sudus. What else? Okay, he gets baqi. And what does this أخت لأب get? Huh? She's blocked. Now. She's blocked. So the confusion was last week. You said, yeah, but Ustad, you said if they don't block one another. They don't block one another, and there's no لِلذَّكَرِ مِثْلُ حَظِّ الْأُنْثَيَيْنِ. It's true. However, are they on the same level, the أخ شقيق and the أخت لأب? لا. Forget about أخت لأب. Even if you was to have an أخ لأم here, he would, أخ لأب here, he would still block, he would be blocked by the أخ شقيق. So that was a masala that was mentioned towards the end of the class. And is that? Yeah, قرب, they're all family. رحم they say. For the womb. نعم, he's closer to the deceased. This أخ شقيق, your mother, her full brother is closer to her than her half brother from the father's side. Even if you include that? نعم. So here, if we have another خالة شقيقة, then we put the خالة شقيقة here. Okay, and we give both of them the what? Jazakallah khairan for that. We give both of them the baqi. We don't. So are they not on the same level? Sorry, it should be أخت شقيقة. The أخت شقيقة and the أخ شقيق, are they not on the same level? Do we say لِلذَّكَرِ مِثْلُ حَظِّ الْأُنْثَيَيْنِ? No. So they get the baqi basically. So the asl mas'ala is from sitta. She gets 1, and these two share the 5. Am of who? Your am of your mother should be blocked. Am how? Am. Your mother's am. صح, صح. You mean your amma and your khala? Am, obviously. If your am is there, if your am is there, no one else would even get, they wouldn't even come into the equation. What you can say is, which is something we studied last week, you can say, what about you can say, what about if we have a amma who is your father's sister and a khala who is your mother's sister? Khalas, that's simple. We put amma here and khala here. We make a processing machine. Al-mudli bihim. Who connects us? Who connects you to your amma? Who connects you to your amma? Your ab. Who connects you to your mother? To your khala? Al-um. Right. What does the ab get here? If there's ab and ab gets back Huh? Sulus. Huh? Sulus, خلاص. Huh? You with me so far? باقي ثلث. أصل مسألة 3 2 1 خلاص. That's if there is your amma and your khala. That's fine. Khala li'ab. Khala, what is this khala first and foremost? Khala shaqiqa, صح? And khala? Khala li'ab. طيب. Coming on to this side, what will it be? Who is she related to you through? Al-um. طيب. That's another person, Khala shaqiq, did you say? Khalas, they'll come through. We don't need to do another ab. Khalas, we don't do another ab. They share the what? نفس الشيء. You're right. It's true. You're right. Comes at you from your mother's side. They share that sulus. That's their haqq. You can put 20 khal here. Because they come through your mother and they are on the same level, we don't need to do another You don't have another Exactly this. I get what you're saying, and I've just answered what you're saying. That's it. Khala, what direction do they come at you from? Your mom. So they take the inheritance of your mother, but there's no dhakr mithl hadl unthayayn here. So your aunties, your mother's aunties, your mother's sisters and brothers, shaqiq, full shaqiq, they inherit the same amount. They share that one. What full process? That's if they come from one direction. One direction. But here, we look at whose direction they come at you from, and he gets whatever, she gets whatever she would get from the father, she gets whatever they would get from the uncle. No, if anything, you should calculate the ashab al-furud first, because the asaba are pretty simple. You just give them whatever is left. So you always have to do the ashab al-furud first. Don't ever start with the asaba. Yeah, but your khala shaqiqa, who's closer in that case? Khala shaqiqa is closer to you, so she inherits. Khala shaqiqa is closer to you. She gets a nisf. The khala shaqiqa, no. The khala shaqiqa gets what the would get. Go back. I'll tell you what. What you're doing now, you're mixing two different halat. How many halat were there for the Dhawl Arham? 5. Were there not 5? 4. With the Zawjan should be 5. 5, isn't it? There's 5, exactly. There's 5. So you're mixing them up. Khalas, it doesn't matter. We'll inshallah, when we're studying it again, we'll study those 5 again. Like, if we just revise those 5, because what you're mixing up is the 3rd hala and the 4th hala. Right. Wala. Dhawl Arham, wala. What were the conditions for Dhawl Arham to inherit? 2 conditions. No ashab al-furud and no asaba. The wala, does any come under asaba? Illa comes under asaba.